button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west.
Someone who's a crypto or blood or a drug addict in the street, they don't know anything about the Bible or God. They're cold. Then it's us. In the UPK, we are what? Hot. That's us.
Straight out of 1 West. I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the two locks. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot, hot, hot. We hot, 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 hot. We hot, 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 hot. We hot, hot, hot. How many fake groups must get dissed before they really figure out who the Lord is with? I'm about to burn Babylon with these bars of spit. Niggas swearing they won't beef, well let's start some shit. I roll with warriors with swords and sticks, so keep stepping. Without a mind shit, this brotherhood is a weapon. This nation we protecting, heading for Armageddon. Told them niggas no sweat, but these other niggas is sweating. If you can't take the heat, nigga get out the kitchen. Ain't nothing these niggas saying you can find in the scriptures. They still in our breakdowns and trying to convert a gripper, trying to do the Lord's work, but he fell in love with a stripper. We can't afford to be playing around with the Lord. This one got faith and baptism on one accord. If you ain't a hot nigga, you might as well hit the morgue. My niggas gon' stand firm while you niggas fall on your sword. Straight out of 1 West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the two locks. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot.
H-O-T-T, what that mean? Don't spell it out. Home of the priest, got the truth. That's without a doubt. Niggas getting winded, need your break. Cause they chasing clout. What the priest is banging out so heavy, gonna break it down. We in your town, boots is on the ground all year round. When the summer, spring, and fall, we prophesying to the clouds. So cry loud, I stay your ass at home. Cause life is all about war. Don't make me go blasting chrome and they go to each his own. Nah, to each his own. We taking over the world, bringing the prophets home. And I dare any of you fake niggas to stand in my way. You niggas is gay, you wearing purple panties, you great. Wearing your fringes on socks on the block, talking to cops, trying to make an arrest. Think you on West? We ain't calling you out, that's why no affiliation. We don't fuck with you out because we. And you know this, man. And if it ain't the UPK, then it's bogus, man. Your Honda had to remind us what the code is, man. And now we hot niggas, but we still the coldest, man. Because
if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
We set a blaze to the street when we prophesy to the wind. You be amazed with deceit, false prophets feeding our king. We set a fire to them lies and hope they open their eyes. Most niggas wouldn't see the truth even if it's written on the blinds. They peeking out to see the real priest who changed the lives. Commander General, your hunter, done son us out hit the teeth. You niggas done drop your swords, now you thieves like preachers. Looking for another way round and ain't got no discipline. Take it worse than the warriors in Southeast Michigan. We aware that you been listening, visiting online. You ain't my bone or my bone, cause you ain't got no spine. You're weak in the mind, your vision is so filled with your pride. And you can keep it cause ain't no cowards gonna hold our line. You out here live by individuals, practicing wicked rituals. And you ain't a hot boy cause you falling what these bitches do.
Straight out of 1 West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the two locks. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot, 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 hot. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? Hot, 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 hot. And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Oh, shit. How do I get the action one? Hey, Shalom, yeah, about Shimmy, I was shot by the thumb, yeah, I was Shema thumb, by Shimmy, I was shot. Priest Notes, I'm a Wanga Bar, Priest Notes, Yapium. This our podcast, Crowd Split Night. What we do, we take viral videos going around on the internet, break it down to the people, give them a biblical narrative, biblical solution to what's going on.
Yeah, that's right. Some of these videos we do, we know are scripted, but other ones are actually real life. And the reason why we even entertain scripted ones is because it has something to do with Black and Hispanic everyday life. So again, like the brother said, we like to give our people that solution to get out this hell that we living in. You understand? And like every week, got the shameless plug. You know what I'm saying? Got the Cry Out Spare Not T-shirts, like the brother got on right there. You know what I'm saying? And like the logo in the background. You did. Any size, any color, we can get them shipped to you. You can hit myself or I'm Wonka Bar up. We can get you a shirt, hoodie, whatever you like. We'll get it shipped to you. We also got the UPK Wear Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? You can hit me up on Facebook or Instagram at UPK Wear Kentucky. All the latest and hottest UPK approved apparel. Just like this monogamy is misogyny shirt. You know what I'm saying? Get you any size, any color, get it shipped to you. I still got you one on the way, so it's a lock you.
Oh shit, most ain't crazy.
We also got the brother Howard Moore wrote a book. It's Hidden American Indian Contributions to Civilization. Good book. You can hit Howard Moore up on Facebook, and he can get you a copy of that book. Also, the sister out here got all the latest on how this UPK approved apparel for the sisters. You can hit her up at Yakata's Creations on Facebook.
Yep, damn right. With that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into the first video.
This little boy, Rustin.
Yes?
You asked your dad to take you to your mom's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Why?
I haven't seen her in a while, and I thought that tomorrow would be a good time to see her.
Why on Mother's Day?
Because that's my mom.
Are you serious right now? Who am I to you?
My dad's wife.
I didn't ask you who I was to your father. I said, who am I to you?
My dad's wife.
Are you trying to be funny?
No.
Let me get this straight. The woman that has been absent has not showed up to a practice, that has not showed up to a game, has not helped you with a homework assignment, has not been around when you have been sick. That's the person that you want to spend Mother's Day with?
Yes.
And what about me? Do I mean nothing? Oh, silence. I've been more of a mother to you than she has ever been. And it is extremely hurtful that that is what you would do to me. And then you're going to stand there and cry right now?
My mom.
That is awful. She's not your mom.
Yes, she is.
I'm disappointed in you. This little boy really... Justin!
Yes?
You asked your dad to take you to your mom's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Why?
I haven't seen her in a while, and I thought that...
Man, look, I told you Mother's Day, after Mother's Day, we was going to get some wild videos. I told you after Mother's Day, we was going to get some wild ass videos, man. This woman she should be nobody's mother.
Right. Right.
Let alone a stepmother, a dad's partner, life partner, whatever. This woman should be nobody's mother the way she's talking to that child. That's the exact opposite how a mother is supposed to talk to a motherfucking child.
Right.
You hear me? And this goes with the father being stupid as hell, picking this dumbass bitch. You hear me? Because you probably got away from one miserable bitch and you ran into another. You know? Because only a woman will do some shit like this. Like niggas don't sit around motherfucking kids and talk like this. This not something men do. Men don't sit around and say, yeah, you know, your mama ain't shit. You know, your mama ain't shit.
Right.
She a piece of shit. And this and that and that and this. But a woman would do that shit to a child. It's not even her child. It's not even like that's her child, her physical child. And she's saying like, yeah, you know, your daddy ain't shit. Ooh. This not even her child. And she's saying your mama ain't shit. You feel me? Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so like if I could just add to that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because when parents break up these marriages and these homes, the child didn't ask for that. The child knows who his mother is and know who his father is, and that's all. He don't give a damn about or she don't give a damn about no step parent, stepfather, stepmother. They don't give a damn about. They know who their mother is and who their father is. You know what I'm saying? They didn't ask for two grown people to be selfish and leave, to break up the family that he knows, that he wanted.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he didn't ask for that. You know what I'm saying? And for her to throw that in that little boy's face like that and make him cry, it just showed how much of a selfish bitch she is.
Mm-hmm. Selfish bitch that need validation.
That need validation.
She a selfish bitch that need validation, and if she don't get it, she gonna die without it. That without that attention, you feel me? She's gonna die without it, which lets you know she was doing all that shit for what? Why was she doing all that stuff? Because she wanted something out of it. You feel me? All the stuff she was doing that claimed made her more of a mother than his real mother. You feel me? All that stuff she was doing because she wanted validation. None of that stuff she was doing because out of the kindness of her heart.
Or the love of the child.
Or for the love of the child. That lets you know she don't really love the little nigga. And what she should realize is that she would never be his mother.
Right.
That's what she should realize. She should realize that no matter what she do, she will never be his mother. All she could do is be his big sister or a glorified babysitter. That's the only thing you could do. You could never take the place of his mother, and vice versa. A man could never take the place of another child's father. All you're gonna do is be a glorified babysitter or an excellent big brother. Because a lot of people had good big brothers where it was like, man, this nigga was kind of like my dad. You know, you done had a good big sister where she kind of like my mom. The way she cooked, clean, she helped me with the homework, she nurturing, but this not my mom. You feel me? And that's one thing she couldn't understand, that you would never be his mother. Only thing you could do is be a great big sister to him.
Right.
You feel me?
And so, like, if I could add to that, you know what I'm saying? She asked him what was she to him. He told her twice, "You're my daddy's wife. You're my daddy's wife. That's all you is to him." You know what I'm saying? And as a father, if that man let her get away with talking to his son like that, he need to be slapped.
Yeah, he's a simp. He's a goofy.
He a sucker ass nigga. If we seen it, I know he's seen this shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If she said that shit to his son without him being around, imagine what she's saying about him when he not around.
When he not around, right.
Imagine what she's saying about the man to her friends and her family when he not around. If she would say this to his son and be proud about it enough to record it and put it on the internet.
Right.
Real taste some happy Monsters Day.
Right.
You feel me? You talking about Mother's Day. Ain't no goddamn mother. You feel me? A lot of women then had kids just because you got horny.
Right.
You feel me? You got horny and you got pregnant. You ain't no goddamn mother. You ain't even a stepmother. Hell out of here. Right. You ain't even a fairy godmother. You ain't even an imaginary mother. You feel me? You just nothing, really. Let's keep it real.
Oh, silence. I've been more of a mother to you than she has ever been.
Evil as hell.
Yeah,
that's the dumbest shit you could say to a child about their mother or their father.
Come on, man.
That's a dummy. That's your one-way ticket to hell up out of here. That's a one-way ticket to hell up out of their goddamn life. You hear me? You want some recognition. You want to be validated. That's what you doing this shit for. You ain't doing this shit out the love of your heart.
Right.
But if I could, we go to 1 Timothy 3:11.
Come. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 11. Even so must the wives be grave.
Right, be grave. That's being respectable, honorable. You feel me? That's what a woman's supposed to be. That's what a wife's supposed to be. You get you a wife, get you a woman that's respectable, that's honorable.
Come. Not slanderers.
Right, not slanderers. A lot of these women, that's all they are. That's all they good for is slandering. Going on Facebook, saying this, throwing out your dirty laundry, telling all your business, talking to your kids while you ain't around, telling all your business. You know, that's what this woman's doing in this video. She's slanderous, which is something you ain't supposed to be.
Right.
But most of these women out here, they are unlearned, alley cats. And they just do whatever the fuck they mind tell them to do. You sitting there talking to this little boy like he a grown ass man. He's a little ass boy, man. You gonna damage his damn brain with all that shit.
Hey, Salaki, so I hope the mother seen this video and came over there and whooped your ass. Salaki. Salaki.
She said she ain't been around forever, so she might not even know. Real talk.
Sober.
Right, clear-minded. You feel me? A lot of women don't be clear-minded, man. You feel me? They mind be cloudy. They can't even think straight. That's why after they say some shit, they quick to apologize because they know they was stupid as hell for saying that shit. Just like this. I'm pretty sure the first thing she did was say, I wasn't thinking. I was in my feelings. Well, if you was in your feelings, then you was not sober-minded and you should have never spoke at all.
Hey, that's heavy, sir, because a lot of women's feelings is the reason why families get broken up. Because they in their feelings.
Right.
They happiness.
And what if they get divorced because of this? What if the father see this and be like, nah, I got to end this. This was the last straw.
As he should. So
I was thinking, you feel me? I was thinking about making it work, but shit, it's the last straw. Irreconcilable differences. Ain't that what they say? Irreconcilable differences. You feel me? We can't agree with my son where he should go on Mother's Day, so we getting a divorce.
Right.
Which is an easy decision because he should go with his mama. Shit.
Right.
God damn. I mean, we know that Mother's Day is unlawful, but we just talking about in a worldly aspect.
Faithful in all things.
Right, faithful in all things. And one thing, this woman in this video, she was not faithful. You feel me? She disrespected that man's house. You feel me? By talking to his son the way she did. That was not faithful at all.
Right.
That was totally disrespectful for her to do that. Real talk. So yeah, you don't get you a woman the opposite of this. Opposite of this woman in this video, get you a woman that's opposite of this. Get you a woman that's respectful, that's not slanderous, and that's clear-minded.
Right.
Real talk. Yeah, that's all I had on that.
Okay.
All right, we'll drop that. Go to the next video.
Now, to describe my fan base, my folks, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argos University, completed an entire program. I went back online to get my official transcripts because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has the records. Why I contact the third party, that third party only holds records for 2 years. I was past my 2 years. So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contacted, financial aid. You can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad program. And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university, at this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no, because I didn't want to risk the chance of them saying, well, we're going to give you back your money, and it wipes out your entire program. Luckily, now, to my doc squad, my fan base, my folks, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argus University, completed an entire program.
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. The woman that's been giving all this damn supposedly professional advice, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, giving all this professional advice, ain't even got a profession. Ain't even never went to school. Ain't even never got no proof she got no degree. And her excuse of why she ain't got no degree is because the school closed down. But look, last time I checked, if a school closed down, that don't mean you didn't get the degree. You feel me? That don't mean you ain't get the degree. They closed down a bunch of schools. Are you still graduated? Look, I know a lot of high schools and elementary schools where I grew up at that's closed down, and if you show your diploma, it is accurate. Because at the time you got the degree or you graduated, that school was active. It was on the map. It was official. So the only way that your degree does not count is because the school either wasn't official or you never went.
Right.
Or you never fucking went. Maybe you went to that college Accepted. You remember that movie Accepted, where they created the fake college? They could all make their parents proud and seem like they got accepted in the school. All the time they was in that bitch doing absolutely nothing.
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe she was an extra in that movie and believed it. She walked on set and couldn't break character. Who knows? I don't know. But a lot of these
so like I said, you know, she probably like a lot of so-called scholars on Facebook and YouTube. They went to YouTube University, so she might have just went to YouTube University.
I'm telling you, man. If you're gonna listen to a bitch like that, you might well listen to me.
Right.
Yeah, I study under Commander Jayana. At least I can prove my credentials. You feel me? She can't even prove her credentials. Like, I'm just keeping it real, man. Like, goddamn. Y'all let these people with these big words get on camera and convince y'all that they fucking smart. You feel me? Could convince y'all that y'all should follow them when you shouldn't. We should know from the past that big head niggas ain't gonna do nothing but lead you down a path of destruction. These big-headed ass niggas that try to get on there and tell you what you should do when they ain't doing none of the shit. They asked this bitch, is she married? Do she got a man? What a nigga ass? She ain't had no answer. You feel me? Paul Pierce had that bitch stumbling over her words. This nigga a basketball player. He ain't got no damn degree. He a basketball player.
I think he do got a degree. He went to college.
He had this bitch stumbling over her words because he had a simple question, a real down-to-earth question. You know, it's a thing between being book smart and street smart. He asked her a street smart question. Where's your man at? Do you got a man? You talking all this relationship shit. Where your man at? She ain't got one neither. She ain't got no man neither. With all this good ass advice she can give to other bitches, but you do know, you know, they say, you know, a doctor shouldn't, you know, work on their own self, I guess. You feel me? A mechanic should get another mechanic to fix his car. A dentist should go to another dentist. So maybe she's just good at giving out the information. She ain't good at using it for herself, for all I know.
Right.
God damn.
I've never heard nothing she said that made any sense any goddamn way.
Right.
I went back online to get my official transcripts because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there, and I had to provide my transcripts, right?
Right. She was trying to apply for a job to be a professor, but she needed her transcripts, and she realized, like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to get this damn job. She realized I ain't gonna be able to get this job because I need transcripts, and I never went to the fucking college. I need transcripts, but I never went to the college to prove it any damn way.
To get
It's some feedback too. Like I can hear myself when I talk. I can hear myself.
Hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my first transcripts. I need my entire thing. And I was like, okay, I'm confused.
She said she went back to the school to get her transcript, and it was no school there. You hear me? What school did she go to? You know they got Georgetown. Did she go to Ghost Town? Well, I know they got Georgetown University. Maybe she went to Ghost Town. You hear me? maybe that's where she went. You hear me? Some motherfucking school don't exist. You're supposed to be so smart. You going to a school that don't even exist.
I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look.
All right, so I just Googled it, right? I said, what happens when college closes? What happens to students' transcripts? It says typically when colleges close, the school keeps a system in place for students to access the transcripts and records even after the school officially closes. And then it goes on to say, usually the State Department of Education takes over the transcripts, or they are taken by another college. So for you to just say your transcripts is just gone away with, the state, some other college, you can get access to them transcripts if you actually have transcripts to get access to. So like,
you a goddamn liar. She's a goddamn liar. You should make a clip out of that. What you just said. She's a goddamn liar. Because that made absolutely no sense. Because what's the point of every state having a Department of Education? Every college everybody got to report to somebody. So if the colleges have to report to somebody, then that's probably who you should have went to. When you see, oh, they closed. Well, I need to go contact them, but it was no point. What you just did took 5 seconds to research. Why this elegant, super smart woman, supposedly super smart, couldn't just do that? Because she did it. You hear me? She did it, and she know that it's not there. She did it. She know that it's not there. She know there's no transcripts because she's never been there. She's a goddamn liar, and this is how she make her money, though. That's why she's coming out saying, I'm unlicensed now, so now I have more leeway to talk and do things that I want to do. No, bitch, you never had a degree. Because it's been starting to come out, because eventually people was going to want to know, Miss Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, do you have a fucking doctorate?
Right.
Do you even have one? I'm taking all this advice from you.
Right. She's been saying that lie for so long, she actually believed it.
Yeah, delusional.
Look, there is a third party that has the records. Why contact the third party? That third party only holds records for 2 years.
Not according to what the brother said. The brother said another college take it over, or the Department of Education of that state. You a goddamn liar. Lie detector test determine you are a goddamn liar. You hear me? You are a goddamn liar. You just like a damn the zodiac signs. You just take educated guesses, and sometimes you might be right. So people thought your ass was really on to something when you weren't on to shit. Making just a basic educated guess on situations.
Hey, so like it, so it even goes on to say, as part of a closure, colleges are required to file plans with the state accreditors on how records will be maintained in their absence.
Oh, she's a goddamn liar.
Come on, sir.
So you need to take that part you just said, then this part, and you need to make your own clip out of that, because that's heavy. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That's heavy, because she's a goddamn liar. And we've been getting tricked by these type of people like this for so goddamn long, man. So long. Black people like her, Martin Luther King, have used these big words to try to finesse us, man, into following them just so they can make money, man. That's all it's about. Just like Jasmine Crockett, she doing all that platform she had was about making money. That's why she wanted to keep going viral. It was to make money. That was her hustle. It ain't had nothing to do with the people, man, at all.
I was past my 2 years. So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contacted, financial aid. You can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program along.
it showed that you paid for it, but that don't mean you fucking went. You feel me? That don't mean you went. You know how many people can apply for financial aid and never show up to the college? It's gonna say that you paid for financial aid. They the ones pay it, and you got to pay a portion. So if you file for financial aid, it's gonna say you paid it. That don't mean you never went. That don't mean you paid it all the way through the whole 4 years of college or none of that. That just means you attempted. And they put the paperwork through. That's all that means. That don't mean you ever went and showed up.
Hey, Salakia, sir. I know people that go apply to college, apply for the financial aid, and they'll go to class the amount of time that it takes, because you don't get the financial aid automatically. You have to show up to a certain amount of classes to get the financial aid. And they'll show up to them certain amount of classes to get the financial aid, and then never be seen at that school again.
Mm-hmm. I know a nigga that used to go just to get a check.
Yeah.
Every semester they'd pay you like a couple thousand. I forgot how it go. Like he explained it to me. That was a white. We was teenagers, but I remember that shit. That nigga used to go just to get the little check, and he'd come back to the hood and splurge like he even sold a brick.
Nah, that's a fact. Cause I remember when I took that little semester in college, there was this chick that would, she would sleep every day in the class. I'm like, what the hell she doing? You know what I'm saying? And then once them financial aid hit, I ain't see her no more.
God damn.
Hey.
Alongside my master's program and my undergrad program. And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance.
She made this up. She evil for this. This an evil bitch. Because she just made this up. She made this shit up right then, and I could tell the way her eyes was twitching. I'm telling you. She about to say, she about to say that the only way that she can get her money back if all the I'm gonna let her say it.
We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university.
Now, mind you, she said if she get her money back, she don't get credit for nothing though. But guess what? She chose not to get her money back. So maybe she can get the credit, and she still never got the credit. This is during the time when she was trying to figure out. Like she don't understand that we actually listening to what she's saying. This is during the time where she just said she didn't get any credit. She's trying to get a job at this place, and she's trying to get the proof. And they telling her it ain't no proof. So we can give you your money back, but then you will never get the credit. You might as well just got your money back.
I was just finna say that, sir. You might as well took your money back. Because, Salaki, if you looking for transcripts that's not even there no more, you don't got the credits. Because you don't got the transcripts. So you already don't got the credits. So you might as well get your money back.
Just get your money back. But it was no money to get back.
Right.
It was no money to get back.
Right.
It was no courses to prove. She's a goddamn liar, man. She's a goddamn idiot, man. If I could, if you can go to Job 13:4.
At this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no. Because
you said no, because you was talking to nobody. This is all in your head.
Right.
This whole conversation is in your head. Like they be doing on the reels where they have a fake conversation about some shit and everybody be all into it like, damn, this is heavy. The whole time this shit is made up. They making this shit up right now. It just sound good. The hell out of here. Black people some good storytellers, you know. I don't know if people know it. I don't know if people know it or not. Blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians, we'll tell the shit out of a story. Why do you think we got all these podcasts? The podcast, every time you look up, it's a nigga on a podcast telling us a story.
Right.
Like, goddamn.
It's the book of Job, chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies.
Right, and that's the thing about the wicked, man. The wicked are forgers of lies. That's how that shit fuels their ego. You feel me? The more lies they can get, they can convince you to believe.
Ye are all physicians of no value.
Right, but that's the thing, though. They lying to the people. Wicked people like her, Martin Luther King, all these fake doctors, Dr. Umar Johnson, they are liars. And the more lies they tell, the bigger their ego get. When whole
Right.
time they are physicians of no value. They are not doctors. Their doctrine that they claiming don't even exist.
Right.
They physicians of no value. You go ahead to verse 5.
Come on. Verse 5. Oh, that ye would altogether hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom.
But if they would have only known that holding a peace, which means shutting up, that would be your wisdom. You feel me? That would be your wisdom to shut up. You feel me? Shutting up would be your wisdom. Not talking so much. The more you keep talking, the more you keep revealing that you are a physician of no value.
Right.
The more you keep talking, the more all these people that claim to love black people, that claim to got some wisdom, the more they keep talking, we keep finding out that you don't love black people. You was in it for the money. You was in it for the moolah.
Right.
What Jasmine Crockett had? Somebody please tell me. They was ready to kill me over that bitch a couple months ago.
There.
She done lost her damn seat, and now you don't hear nothing from the bitch. Physician of no value.
Right.
And if you would just shut the fuck up, that would be your wisdom. So, yeah, that's all I had on that.
Okay.
Yeah, we have dropped this video. Let me go to the next one.
Those that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad program. And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university.
And based on Mr. Gathwright's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes, with my experience, not only just in intoxication, but as former ward and even as a jail administrator. He's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put him out there to work because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration. We have that, so we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them since they are young and actually can do the work.
We talk about life without parole and death row, but for our jurors' education, in Florida, what does a life sentence without parole mean?
A life sentence in the Florida Department of Corrections means from the minute they're brought in, they're assigned an inmate number. He will be assigned an inmate number, and when he dies and leaves in a body bag, he will still have that inmate number. An inmate serving life will never ever get out. There is no parole in the state of Florida, and they're not ever allowed outside the razor wire and the fence of a secure facility.
So the only way that an inmate serving life without parole would leave is when they die. And based on Mr. Gathwright's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think?
And somebody put this in like the you know how they post a post and then they put it in the comments because I guess they'll flag it away. I don't know why, or maybe they get more views that way because some of the shit don't even be like against the policy. But anyway, this is a video of the court case from the Julio Fulio, whatever his name is, the rapper that got killed from Florida, and the 4 niggas they all got convicted and they got life. You feel me? But during this part of the hearing, they was trying to figure out if they want to give them the death penalty. You know, and one of the prosecutors or the warden, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know exactly who he is, but he said that instead of giving them the death penalty, let's give them life because we have an aging prison population, which basically means the amount of people that's filling up the jails don't fit the requirement that we need to work. You feel me? Because prison is a business. Now, 5 people lost their life today. The rapper, Fulio, and the 4 niggas that killed him. All black men, Israelites. But the bigger problem is the prison system. You feel me? This prison system It's business. It's a business. And the only way the business can run if they got young people going to jail. That's the reason why when niggas go to jail, they get 50 years. A white motherfucker go to jail, they get probation. Mexican go to jail, they get 45 years. White person go to jail, they get maybe 5 years, get out, good time in a year. Because they want us to be back slaves. They said we're gonna have him in the field working because of his youth. Because of his youth, we can have him in the field. We can use him. Don't kill him. That's what dude telling her. This is in 2026. He's telling the lady, don't kill him. Don't give him the death penalty. Give him just life so we can put him to work. Like Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence on Life.
Hey, so like if I do believe that was the warden, the prison warden.
Yeah, that's what I say. It had to be the warden or somebody.
Yeah. And if I
you make money off that.
And if I can add to what you're saying, that's heavy because even in the Constitution, slavery was quote unquote abolished unless you're an inmate, a prisoner. And again, that's why the prison systems are full of blacks and Hispanics, is because they do want our black and brown asses back in chains. You know what I'm saying? This so-called what is the American dream? The American dream was never for blacks and Hispanics and natives ever.
They wanted us working. They want us to go to jail. They want us to commit crime. That's why they put us in these conditions. That's why I say they create they create these hostile conditions that we be in to where we just like be just ready to hurt each other. Violent. You hear me? Be violent as hell. Struggling. We poor, we violent, ain't got no money. You feel me? The women out of control. This is just all the conditions that's gonna make you end up in prison.
Right.
I heard a brother say, and then it's funny because the light-skinned nigga ain't even no jail nigga. He ain't even no street nigga. This nigga from the suburb. You know, he private school, real name Clarence, and Clarence was home with both parents. He one of them type of niggas. Real talk. That's why they keep showing him, because his daddy and them had money and shit. They took care of him. He was from the suburbs, but he was cool with the niggas that Fulio was in tour with. So he wanted to get his street credit bitterly, sliding with them, and he gone for life. You hear me? He gone for life, man. And it's all because, like I said, the conditions that's been created, we've been living in.
It's a damn shame. So like I said, I was gonna say it's a damn shame that so many young black and Hispanic men fall for these conditions. But I understand why, because I mean, you know what I'm saying, you start somebody long enough, they cut you. What Tupac say in that one interview? I'm gonna knock on the door and ask. Then you know I'm you know what I'm saying. Then we're gonna run in black guns, black. You know what I'm saying. So you know these conditions that's been created. I mean, I get it, but we got to be smarter than that.
Yeah, that's a fact. We falling for this shit every time, man. And now these niggas is gone, lost their life. Motherfuckers, children gonna be fatherless. We just repeating the cycle all over again. We just doing this shit all over again. Real talk. All because of pride and ego. Pride and ego tripping. You hear me? Every motherfucking time. Pride and ego tripping. Now we got niggas, they about to make them niggas back slaves. And he say because of the prison population is aging out to where it ain't even that many niggas going to jail as it should be, according to them. According to their numbers, it ain't as many niggas going to jail to fill this void. Otherwise, they could have just killed the niggas. Gave the niggas the death penalty. Yeah, y'all gotta go. It's Florida too. Y'all gotta get up out of here. But no, they want them niggas to stay alive so they can work, because the prison population is not as vibrant as it was, you know, I guess maybe in the last 10 years. Not saying niggas ain't going to jail, but maybe niggas ain't going to jail at the rate that they would like. And them private prison, people that invest in them private prisons is probably mad about that shit. You know, they invested in these private prisons to make money, and ain't nobody going to jail enough, you know. Well, I ain't gonna say going to jail, ain't nobody going to the prison.
Extended stays.
Yeah, ain't nobody going to do a bid. It ain't too many people doing bids. Maybe motherfuckers going to the county and stuff like that. But ain't nobody doing a bid, a 20-year bid, and you know, if it ain't 30 years, it ain't too many of those like it used to be. To where they like, nah, these niggas, even though they did what they did is a death penalty offense. The warden like shit. Nah, these niggas just need to come to where I'm at. Come to my crib.
Hey,
like
and that's crazy work too.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's crazy work for a prison warden to come say some stuff. That's crazy work. And I think it's only like most states have done away with the death penalty. I think it's only Florida and Texas.
Yeah.
They're still I think it's only still them two states, Florida and Texas. Texas may even abolished it. I think Florida might be solely on that one. I had to Google that one just to make sure.
Yeah, that's rough. That's crazy as hell. So Lockie, if you can go to Numbers 35 and 33.
Outside the razor wire and the fence of a secure facility.
So the only way that an inmate serving life without parole would leave is when they die.
That's crazy.
You said 35 and 33?
Okay.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
Right. That's what Moses is telling the children of Israel. When we go into the promised land, you know, when we go into our land, we out of Egypt, we free. When we go into our land, don't pollute the land that we in. You can't do that. Don't pollute your land. Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We polluting our own land. And our areas that we live in, these ghettos, we could make these ghettos a utopia, but instead we feed into what the white man wants us to do. You know, and we polluting it with the drugs, with the murder, with the hoes. We polluting our land when we could live in these ghettos and we could make it a utopia if we wanted to.
For blood it defileth the land.
Right, blood defileth the land. What's blood? Murder, killing, drug dealing. You feel me? Adultery. You feel me? The blood defileth the land.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Right, so the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that's shed, but by the person that shed it. You feel me? That's why we killing and we going to jail. You feel me? We what? Turning our daughters into hoes, and then now the marriages and all that shit is fucked up. You feel me? We feeding into what the white man want us to do, and we're destroying ourselves. We creating these generational curses. You feel me? Instead of just denying, you feel me? Our pride. You feel me? All the stuff that, like, the white man is the author of all this. He is. But at some point, we got to take accountability for the decisions we make. And none of them niggas took accountability. Them niggas was in the courtroom crying. They murdered a nigga. And they was in the courtroom crying as if they just beat him up. Hit him with the car accident or something. Pushed him and he fell and hit his head on a rock. Nigga, y'all lit his ass up. You feel me? And Moses said the only way that's going to be cleansed is by the person that shedded the blood. You feel me? So we're going to have to stop doing that. That's what we're going to have to do. If we want to clean up our community. You feel me?
All right, Salaki, sir. I was way off. It's 27 states that still do the death penalty. Kentucky.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I knew that because it'd be a lot of shit be happening, and they be saying they don't know if it qualify for it. I think Kentucky got the death penalty.
Kentucky, yeah, Kentucky is one of them.
That's what I'm saying, because I seen something happen down here when they said like it may not qualify, or it depends on the jury or the something, whatever.
Indiana is one of them.
Yeah, it's a bunch of states still got it. Hell yeah. It just take extreme circumstances to make them want to use it though. Like how heinous was the crime? That's what it'll be to make them even use it.
Damn.
I think California still got it.
California does still got it.
Remember they killed Tookie Williams.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'll run it down for you real quick. Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma. Damn, Oklahoma. Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wyoming.
So that's more than half. More than half of the states.
27. Yeah.
More than half of the states. You do something too crazy, nigga, they gonna kill your ass.
That's crazy.
But according to this warden, they might slow that down because they need you to work.
Right.
You feel me?
Leave you to slave.
They ain't filling up as fast as they used to.
Right.
All right, so yeah, we'll drop that. We'll go to the next video.
This all comes to personal from the mayor, and I wholeheartedly believe that.
Just last week, town attorney Brian Rayburn promised officers' jobs were safe.
My understanding is that a lot of the police officers heard through the grapevine that they were going to be terminated because of the letters that they wrote. I don't think them exercising their, First Amendment right and filing complaints a valid reason to fire anybody.
However, just days later, Cohutta Mayor Ron Shinnick shut down the Cohutta Police Department and fired all employees, including the Chief of Police, Greg Fowler. I spoke with now former Chief Fowler, and he tells me he was notified the morning of and is currently working on clearing out the department and moving equipment. Sergeant Jim May also out of a job.
Official response from the town attorney: nobody's jobs are in jeopardy. Here we are less than a week later. Nobody has a job.
May was one of the officers who submitted a complaint against the mayor's wife, Pam Shinnick, who also was the former town clerk. This stems from what Mayor Shinnick is calling, quote, inappropriate comments posted to Facebook from officers. Once Shinnick was fired, officers shared concerns of the mayor's wife still having access to personal and classified information.
And we took a stand for transparency, and in result, every one of them's lost their jobs.
May tells me 10 workers will be impacted by the shutdown. And Mayor Shinnick says Whitfield County Sheriff's Office will take over operations in that area. However, response times to these calls are now a concern.
But this all comes to personal vendetta from the mayor, and I wholeheartedly believe that.
Just last week, town attorney Brian Rayburn.
Yeah, because he don't want that woman to expose all his business.
Right.
He don't want the mayor of this town fired all the cops because his wife was creating a hostile work environment. His wife was creating a hostile work environment, so they end up firing all the police because they went on Facebook and was making jokes about it and saying stuff about it, and they saying it was inappropriate. That was their excuse to why they fired all the cops. And mind you, this is a town in Georgia, a white town, of course, full of 850 people. They had 10 police officers and 1 chief. They fired all 10 and the chief because of the wife of the mayor, who was the clerk for the town, was making it a hostile work environment, which means she was reckless. She was untrustworthy. You feel me? She was saying stuff that she shouldn't say in her position. And they didn't like it, and she ended up, you feel me, getting fired. And because she got fired, the mayor got mad and fired all them. And now 800 come on, man. You can't make this up. And now the 850 people that live in the town gotta suffer. What if somebody is breaking in their house? Now you gotta remember, this is an 850 people town of white people. White people
promised officers.
White people do the most heinous, evilest shit. You feel me? It ain't nothing but sexual assaults and stalking, harassment. These people picking up the phone to call the police, nobody even answering because of one white bitch got mad. She got mad and told her husband on everybody. She got mad, told her husband on everybody. Now everybody in the town life in jeopardy. Now make that make sense. Everybody in the town life is in jeopardy because of this one woman was mad that she was unprofessional. Because she was unprofessional, and the 10 police that worked with her did not like her, did not honor her unprofessionalism. Now 850 people their lives might be in jeopardy. You call 911, ain't nobody answering because this one bitch got mad, and then her husband being the mayor, he don't want her exposing all his business. You feel me? He got all type of weird shit he do. He probably got nude, child pornography, all type of shit in his motherfucking house. He probably got all type of weird shit going on, and he don't want nobody to know. So his dumb ass, because of his pride, he just like, shit, I'm gonna fire everybody. I'm gonna fire all the police. And then now the sheriff office got to take it over. And the sheriff office is miles away. So now they concerned about the response time. Man, this is insane. And these are the people that rule the planet.
Hey, that's actually funny as hell to me. I ain't gonna lie.
It is. That shit is stupid.
Hey, one thing I know is
Wisconsin too.
If it's any black people that live in that town, which is probably only a few anyway, you know what I'm saying? But if it is any, I know them black people are much safer now that them police is no longer there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to worry about being harassed and you know what I'm saying, things like that in that town of Georgia. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's insane. This is stupid as that. This is funny as that.
And he tells me he was notified the morning of and is currently working on clearing out the department and moving equipment. Sergeant Jeremy May also out of a job.
Official response from the town attorney. Nobody's jobs are in jeopardy.
Now they feel how black people feel. They told them, ain't nobody job in jeopardy. We know y'all made y'all complaints about her and stuff like that. That's the mayor's wife. Nobody's job in jeopardy. He fired everybody. They told y'all everybody's good, y'all straight. And then he sent them a letter of what is it, the pink slip or the yellow slip? Which one is it?
The pink slip.
The pink slip.
The letter of termination.
Yeah, y'all gotta go. Get out of here. Go find something else to do. When it ain't nothing else to do in that little ass town. It ain't nothing else to do but be a cop. You ain't got no other businesses there. What, they gonna work at Dairy Queen? Hey, that's funny as hell. You pull up the Dairy Queen, you see the sheriff. Like, damn, sheriff, what you doing at Dairy Queen? Man, they fired me. Man, why they fired you? Because the mayor's wife said, you know, we was wrong for talking about it on Facebook. We was wrong for telling the truth about the hostile work environment she created. Man, come on, these are a bunch of childish people, man. Childish people running the planet, man. That is insane. But luckily, they said that somebody else overruled the mayor, and in 2 days they all start back working, because I'm telling you, that motherfucking town was gonna turn into the motherfucking 28 days. What's that movie? 28 Days Later, Resident Evil, The Purge. That motherfucker, man, look, you got a bunch of white people without no authority, man. Look, y'all right. That motherfucking town is gonna be upside motherfucking down by the time motherfucker wake up.
Right.
Real talk. But they end up giving them back pay and all that shit and hiring them back. But this is just a small token of what to show you what the Lord trying to show Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, that these people is not good rulers.
Right.
They not good rulers, man. They don't know what the fuck they doing, man. You don't fire all the damn police because of your wife. You feel me? You don't do that because of that, man. That was the stupidest, dumbest thing. Now, what if your dumb ass need help?
Yeah, you could have just told your wife, shut the fuck up.
Or you could have just told the bitch, shut the fuck up. You feel me? And they was mad because they said she had access to confidential shit still. You know, even though she got fired, she still had the access, the credentials to look up, you know, they payrolls and all their personal information. And that's what their concern was. You feel me? But nobody cared about that shit. Real talk. Nobody cared about it because it's the mayor's wife. But if you can go to Ecclesiasticus in Apocrypha 10 and 3.
Come. It's book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10 and verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people.
Right. That's a fact, man. You a mayor over a city. You feel me? You supposed to be the ruler of these people. That's what you're supposed to be. But you so unwise because you so damn tender over this woman. This woman got you so tender because she got so much shit on you. You feel me? That's why they were so mad about the bitch, because she had shit on them. You feel me? She still had access to all type of personal stuff. They was mad as hell. So imagine what type of personal stuff she got on you. and you such an unwise mayor, you feel me? You was finna destroy your people. It was gonna be people in that town that needed them cops' help. They was gonna need their help for whatever reason. And the phone wasn't gonna ring all because of you and your woman.
But though the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right, but through the wise of them that are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. You feel me? Luckily, it was some people that had seen that this was stupid. You feel me? It was stupid, and they was able to get this overturned. Because I'm telling you, a bunch of white people without no authority, I'm telling you, you got the wild, wild west. In Georgia, at that, where guns is legal, man, it was gonna be white motherfuckers down there doing what's that called when they walk 3 paces then turn around and shoot first? Man, look, it was gonna be all kind of shit going on, man. They was gonna be having standoffs and shit down there, man. Luckily, it was somebody that knew, like, hold on, wait, this nigga tripping. Luckily, somebody was like, look, this nigga tripping. Look, his woman and got him sprung than a motherfucker. But we can't let the town have no cops, though. I mean, damn, we need at least some. There's 850 people here. You feel me? White people at that, knowing they finna be doing all type of weird ass shit. But yeah, though, unwise king destroys people, you know. And of course, he got that shit from Trump. You know who he got it from. He seen Trump fired all them black women. He thought he could do it too. He said, yeah, Trump firing everybody. I could do it because of my wife. And your dumb ass was going to have the whole city, you feel me, at your motherfucking neck.
In flames.
Real talk. Now I see why back in the day, them white people ain't listen to the sheriffs and shit. I see why, because they knew their ass was stupid. Even the white people knew, like, yeah, you the sheriff, you the mayor, but you an idiot. We ain't listening to your ass. We doing whatever the hell we want to do.
And we'll kill you too.
Right there, kill your ass too. Threaten the shit out you too. But yeah, we'll go to the last video.
The act of registering was for some Negroes their first defiance of the system. The act of voting their second. They turned out by the thousands with the hope of doing away with that system. But many Negroes, mostly the illiterates, were still afraid of the white man and did not vote for the Negro candidates. And even in counties where there were more registered Negroes than whites, Negro candidates lost. And local Negro leaders were forced to be more realistic about the chance for a quick change through the vote.
I grew up with colored folks. That's right, you grew up with them. They was in the field and you was in the kitchen. That's right. You out there working in them crackers fields while some of you ladies in there taking care of that little white nasty baby.
This is Lowndes County, Alabama, through which the march passed. Negroes here, frustrated by the slow pace of integration and excluded from the Democratic Party, have come to try and form an all-black third party, the Black Panthers. This is their own primary, where Negroes are voting for Negro candidates to represent them. The act of registering was for some Negroes their first defiance of the system. The act of voting their second.
Right, that's what a lot of people don't know. The Black Panther Party, that's where it came from. You feel me? It came from them trying to make their own separate party to vote. That's what it was about. The Black Panther Party was about getting voting rights. You know, getting a black person that could speak for the black people. And then now they done just took that shit away with the redistricting, whatever how you say it, redistricting, all that shit. It's like I'm from the hood. I'm from the south side. You feel me? You feel me? The school I went to ain't around no more either. You feel me? It's closed. So you try to go find it, you can't find the transcript. It's closed. Like goddamn, Dr. Cheyenne Brown can get away with it. Why can't I?
Right.
Shit, it's a lot. But no, with the redistricting, that's what happened though. You feel me? You ain't voting no more anyway. So we back in 1966. Then we'll show you that damn 70 years we ain't had no progress. For 70 years, we had no progress. The only people that did was them big-headed Uncle Tom niggas. They the only ones that had the progress. Real talk.
And it's like, so if I could real quick, I actually like this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna do one of a couple things. Either black folks is gonna realize and understand that this devil that the Bible speaks of is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? And we need to stick together. We need to separate from this place called America. We got to separate.
Yeah.
Voting has never done nothing to benefit black people.
Nothing.
Even though they swear up and down every election now, they need your votes. But how does 13% of the population gonna control the outcome of any goddamn vote? You know what I'm saying? Any goddamn election?
None.
It's not. The popular vote doesn't even win the election. We learned that what 3 times now in our lifetime.
Yeah, they taught us that in school. It just went over
You know
our
what I'm
head
saying? With
because we were so young. They taught us.
Yeah, George Bush was the first one that I can remember.
Yeah,
Then we had Trump twice. They didn't win the popular vote.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The
taught
popular
us. They
vote
taught
is
us
not
about.
what gets.
They taught us about all that in school, but it went over our head because we were so young. Because they were strategic to make sure they taught us stuff like that when it was like not even a big deal. You know, they didn't teach us that when we was in juniors and seniors when we was able to vote. You know, they taught us that when voting wasn't even a big deal. It ain't meant nothing to us in sixth grade. The fuck we care about voting?
And right, and they were slick with it too. They say, "Oh, you got the right to vote, so this is a democracy." You know what I'm saying? But your vote doesn't mean shit, so it's not a democracy. It's a republic.
Yeah.
And what the little kids say? In the republic we stand, one nation. You know what I'm saying? They tell you it's a republic. So how? And this is a slick cunning hunter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they tell you, oh yeah, you get to vote, so this is a democracy. You get to choose who. Well, you only give us 2 goddamn choices.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What we gonna pick?
You know what they gonna say? Pick the lesser of 2 evils.
So what we gonna pick? The death penalty by lethal injection, or we want to take the electric chair? Which one you want?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. What's the one when they shoot you with all the guns?
Firing squad.
Firing squad. Right. We're gonna take that one. What we gonna do?
I mean, come on, man. That's not a democracy.
Nah. This a communist country. They try to make it seem like it ain't.
They turned out by the thousands with the hope of doing away with that system. But many Negroes, mostly the illiterates, were still afraid of the white man.
Mostly the illiterates was still afraid of the white man. This was in 1966. So I'm telling you, you black people that's voting, you black people that's voting, you black people that's voting, you are illiterate, and you're scared of the white man. Because in 1966, the black people that voted for the white man, they said was illiterate and scared of the white man.
The white man, yep.
And that's just the truth. If you voting, you scared of the white man. You scared of him, man. And you're illiterate. You're dumb. And 50% of Americans can't comprehend on a 6th grade level anyway. So you don't even know what the hell you reading half the time or listening to. Don't even fucking know.
And did not vote for the Negro candidates. And even in counties where there were more registered Negroes than whites, Negro candidates lost. And local Negro leaders were forced to be more realistic about the chance for a quick change through the vote.
I grew up with colored folks. That's right, you grew up with them. They was in the field and you was in the kitchen.
Right, that's a fact. They was in the field and you was in the kitchen. We got black people that ain't black people. Sad to say it. We got black people that really is a white man. You know, physically, it's a black man, a black woman. Spiritually, mentally, they white. They white, and they gonna ride and die with this damn society. Real talk.
Hey, if I could, this reminds me of the scripture. I'm gonna paraphrase it. You know what I'm saying? Where it talks about We look and longing for a nation that cannot save us. That's what voting is. You hoping and wishing for another nation to save you that cannot save you.
Real talk.
It don't want to save you. Matter of fact, they tell you every goddamn day they hate you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it. That's all I have.
No, that's heavy. Real talk. No, that's heavy. Because that's just more proof that we the chosen people of God. All this voting, all this shit, we fighting to vote. What the hell we fighting to vote for? You feel me? We was just slaves. What, this 1966? What 80 some years before this? Motherfuckers had chains around their neck. And now you talking about you fighting to vote your way out. You ain't voting your way out of oppression. You're not going to vote your way out of slavery. It's not going to happen. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you need the Lord.
Right.
We try to go around the fact that you can't be a sinner. We've been doing this shit for thousands of years. For thousands of years, we've been trying to run circles around the fact that you can't be a sinner. We've been trying to find every avenue to succeed in life and still be able to sin too. And it's never worked. Every time we try to sin to get out of our oppression, it don't work. You know? Every time we try to side with our oppressor to get out of our situation, it don't work. The only thing we have never done was to not sin. That's the only thing we ain't never done. Only thing we ain't never done was not sin to try to get out of our oppression.
Right.
We keep trying every way to get out of oppression instead of just, you know what? I ain't eating pork. I ain't eating shrimp. I ain't eating crab. I ain't eating lobster. I'm not worshiping no white Jesus. I'm not marrying no white women. We try to do everything but that. You know? And our leaders failed us because the pastors, everybody, the politicians, they should be telling us this. But instead, they just say, go out and vote. Just go out and vote. If you go to Proverbs 8 and 36.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, and verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
Right, that's what you got to understand. Sinning against the Lord, man, we wronging our own soul. You know? Voting is not going to help. We're not going to vote our way out of this, man. You got to stop sinning. That's what we got to do. We got to stop sinning. Voting is not going to work. We destroying our own soul by sinning.
All they that hate me love death.
Right, and that's the reason why we keep dying. We keep suffering. We keep going through all this oppression because we don't love the Lord.
Right.
We don't love God. If we love God, we would have kept his commandments.
Right.
We love God. We love the white man. That's why we in line trying to vote. We crying about the redistricting that they keep talking about. All that is because we don't love the Lord. We don't trust in the Lord. We trust in sin. We think sin, living in our flesh, and pleasure is how we're going to get out of our condition, and it's not how it's going to happen.
Right.
And if we love sin, then we love death.
Right.
Because that's what go with it, hand in hand, like cake and ice cream. Real talk. Yeah, that's all I had on that.
Come.
Yeah, we'll drop that. That's the end of tonight's podcast. You feel me? Tune in every Wednesday, 9 o'clock. You feel me? How about Shimmy out shot by the thumb? Y'all Shimon thumb by Shimmy out shot.